Hello everyone, today I'm going to show you how to use Procreate. I think many illustrators use it, but today I want to introduce tips that allow beginners to draw things as well. This time, I'm going to explain how to color and use layers. I personally separate layers by color and use many layers as I draw. That way, I can brush up later, which is an advantage of digital art. I'm going to introduce those as well today. Now I'm going to start a Procreate. Choose the screen size from the top left plus sign. You can choose anything, but I always choose a screen size. This time we are going to draw a hamburger, but we are going to trace it. Pull up the screen from split view and drag and drop to place it. When you place it, create an additional layer on top and increase the transparency of the hamburger photo. Now we are going to outline the hamburger photo using a pencil. When you're done with the outline, copy the layer with the hamburger photo. To copy, swipe left and select Copy. We are going to use the copy layer as a reference for color, so put it in a corner or something. After this, we are going to make a lot of new layers. Each layer has its own color. We are going to start off by coloring the buns using the last layer. Take the color from the photo you place area and begin coloring. The eyedropper tool is placed in the middle of the sidebar on the left. I will make a separate video on the eyedropper tool settings, so I'll skip over that for now. Next, we are coloring the cabbage, so change the layer and begin coloring that as well. For the eraser, if you are using the new Apple Pencil, double tapping will switch to the eraser. Double tap again to switch back to the brush. Next, we are coloring the tomato, so change layers and color using red. Coloring it over the cabbage layer will create problems later, so be sure to change layers. When you're done with the tomato, continue to the bacon. For example, if you want to change the color of the bacon, go to the top left and under Adjustments, slide the brightness and saturation to adjust the layer. This is the reason we made different layers for different colors. There are many times where the color needs to be adjusted later. Last, we are going to color the cheese and the patty. Once you color all the base colors, we are going to add shadows and highlights. Add 2 new layers on top of the buns layer. We are going to add shadow, and on top of that, we are going to add highlights. This time, we are going to name the layer to make it easy to understand. On top of the base is shadow, and on top of the shadow are the highlights. The blend mode for the shadow should be multiple. For highlights, it should be screen. We are going to remove the dark colors and add color to the shadow layer. Next, we are going to add highlights. Select the highlights layer and use the eyedropper tool to grab bright colors and add color. Using a fine brush makes it look realistic. We are going to do the same for the cabbage. I forgot to mention earlier, but make sure you tap on the layer and select Clip Mask and turn it on. What this does is prevent colors from going over the edges of the base colors when adding it. For all the shadow and highlight layers, select that and turn it on.
I tried this a million times. Oh no, to get this off my mind. Yeah. Sometimes I feel real low. Oh no, I'm not gonna lie. Oh no, yeah, I tried this a million times. Oh no, to get this off my mind. Yeah. Sometimes I feel real low. Oh no, I'm not gonna lie.
Once you're done, it's time to draw the floor, the point of contact between the floor and the hamburger. I use the soft brush in these situations and blur as I draw. Use the finger tool on the top. This is the blur tool. Using it gives it a great touch, so don't forget to use it.
Sometimes I feel real low. Oh no. Oh, memories, so sweet. Let's just find a
Once you've completed that, you're almost done. Finally, we are going to add shadows and highlights for the entire picture to make it look more three-dimensional. At the very top, create an extra layer. Change the mode to overlay. On this mode, using darker colors will make colors in the layers below darker, and for brighter colors, the colors in the layers below become brighter. Let me show you. I'm doing it a bit extreme on purpose. If I color it black, the layers below become much darker. This is the overlay. In contrast, if I use white, it becomes brighter and more vibrant. Consider about the direction of the lighting and use this last to adjust the tone and add shadows and highlights. Ultimately, you will have many layers. Tips include creating separate layers for colors, highlights, and shadows to make it easier to edit layer and to achieve better results. This time we trace a picture. If you can't draw, it might be easier if you start off by tracing. That's it for today. I will keep posting videos on Procreate, so please subscribe. Thank you for watching.